Hello everyone, welcome to this timeless tarot reading and healing. With today's session, we're starting a new way of tarot reading and I'm introducing a new energy focused on healing, clearing and expansion. This change from now on is that my readings will no longer be about the energy for the month, but rather about a relevant theme to work on as a collective, based on the cards that comes up. That theme will be active at any time, and since I am integrating the healing and clearing frequency into these readings, those frequencies will remain active. Therefore, it is a reading that we can listen at any time, on any date. The frequencies won't expire, so to speak. This is a change that is very important for me to integrate in my readings, because my motivation behind everything I do is precisely to offer a different path, another kind of vision of the human experience, and another kind of vision of the self. And thanks to the frequency I have in me, I can offer now healing, releasing, and clearing according to the theme that comes up with the cards. So let's begin. We'll start shuffling with the Quantum Oracle to draw what theme is relevant at this moment for the collective, for all of us here watching this reading, in order to heal, to clear, or to release from our energy field, our energy body, or our personal history. We got the Oracle of Great Gratitude upright. Let's draw the blockage related to this great gratitude. We got the Oracle of Great Achievement in reverse. And let's draw the Tarot. With the Tarot, we're gonna draw a deeper layer to know about this great gratitude. We got the King of Wands and the Six of Pentacles, both in reverse. And a deeper layer about this great achievement in reverse. We got the Fool and the Magician, both major arcana in reverse. And the Nine of Pentacles, a minor arcana upright. And the overall energy, which is the bottom of the deck after shuffling, we got Princess of Pentacles and the Chariot, both upright. And for the final advice with the Sacred Destiny Oracle, we got Fulfillment. Remember that while you are listening to this reading, you are integrating the frequency and energy work I'm putting with my intention and my energy into this reading. So let's start with the reading. With the Great Gratitude upright and the Great Achievement in reverse, both are telling me that we want to achieve something and it's either stalled or the energy is still very raw, or there's some kind of blockage, and what will help us with that is staying in the high vibration of great gratitude. This oracle is saying that a deep appreciation for the simple sweetness of the world is a kind of awareness, a kind of gratitude that is very abundant and very high. This indicates that you are able to place yourself within this powerful vibration right now, and that this is the perfect time to focus on embracing life consciously, making decisions, acting and expressing ourselves consciously. That we have so much around us to be grateful for, even if it's difficult to notice. The mere decision to recognize the many sources of value in our lives acts as a beacon in the universe, and this beacon attracts many more experiences and situations for you to vibrate at this vibration of appreciation. So this ongoing wave of gratitude also ignites a high enthusiasm for life and for the irresistible life force. So expect that great things will come your way thanks to your great gratitude, because the universe rewards you for your genuine appreciation. However, the cards that came up in the tarot are already indicating some kind of blockage that we are going to release right now with the frequency of this reading. The King of Wands and the Six of Pentacles, both in reverse, are telling me that it is necessary to balance the scales between giving and receiving, meaning that we have to stop the belief attached to the suffering that brings us any kind of situation in which we don't receive gratitude, when other people don't express gratitude, when we don't receive appreciation for our efforts, because this is taking away from us the power of the king, meaning draining our fire energy. When we become very attached to the story behind the feeling of ingratitude from those around us, or from those situations we encounter in our lives, we get caught up feeding a negative loop that drains our fire energy, meaning the inner light that guides us to move forward, to keep going, to motivate ourselves, to act. Since this king is in reverse, it means that our energy is being drained, and this is expressed as some kind of inner doubt, lack of motivation, or fear that is keeping us from moving forward. So the situation that is draining our energy is represented here by this Six of Pentacles in reverse. And as you can see in the picture, we got 3 coins on one side and 3 coins on the other side. But by being in reverse, this speaks of an imbalance between giving and receiving. And what is important here is that we need to reveal that this is a belief, a limiting belief that is blinding our consciousness. And it is important to know that if we give our best in every situation, that is the one thing that should matter in an energy exchange, because this keeps our integrity in balance. The only person that we need to keep in score in an energy exchange is ourselves, without this implying that we will tolerate any situation in which we don't feel appreciated. It simply means that we won't let those situations to continue to drain our energy. We can notice them, we can express our disagreement with those kinds of situations, and by that expression we shed the light of consciousness into the situation and transmute it in that way. But it is necessary that we do this from a place of personal power and not from a victim mentality, not from lack, and not from a need for validation. Because when we seek validation from a place of lack, what we do is increase the energy of that lack, and we establish a feedback cycle that makes us feel less and less appreciated. So that's the blockage that is being healed and released right now with the intention of this reading and with the frequency I'm putting into it. It is about neutralizing any limiting belief regarding giving and receiving, first between ourselves, and then between us and others, and last between us and certain situations. That's being transmuted through our capacity to be grateful and to feel thankful for the situation, experiences, relationships, or people that truly fulfill us in our lives, that brings us beauty and light. So remember that anytime that you face any situation when you feel not appreciated, you neutralize it with the gratitude of the situation itself showing you this limiting belief. And with that, you can transmute it and you can act upon it from a place of power, not a place of victim mentality. So let's use another tarot deck to see the outcome of this process of understanding, healing, and clearing of these previous situations portrayed in these oracles or cards. So we got the Empress and the Magician, both major arcana upright. This is wonderful because here the Magician is in reverse. And what this means is that the frequency work that I'm doing to transmute this is being effective. The Empress means that this great gratitude will guide us on a very nourishing path, very elevated, very abundant, very fulfilling, and very pleasant journey. And the Magician will bring us precisely the ability to manifest from that abundance, the path that we want to manifest. Let's continue with the Oracle of Great Achievement in reverse, meaning there are some difficulties surrounding a personal or career-related situation. There's a delay in achieving what you want, in manifesting what you desire, and the results you are seeking aren't available right now. As a result, you feel frustrated by the effort you're putting into this project or situation, and it seems like it's going nowhere. This oracle is saying that it is time to take a breath, pause, and try to see the situation from a different perspective. And this beacon of light that was expressed before by the Oracle of Great Gratitude can guide you to redirect the goal of this great achievement, meaning you need to reevaluate the path or you need to reconfigure your plan. Try new techniques, new processes, new strategies toward a new direction completely different from what you already had focused on. Because there are changes that are in motion and those changes will take you to a place of expansion, as you can see here with this Empress that we got before. And since this appeared with the Magician and the Fool both in reverse, this means that the new beginning that is being delayed is because different aspects of our energy that need to be transmuted, which are, for example, the fear of exploring a path we don't know, and the fear of leaving our comfort zone, also the fear of taking risks related to the new path. The Fool is the beginning of a new stage, but that new stage isn't 100% planned, and it is not 100% certain, and we don't even know where to begin and where we are going. But the Fool demands that we embark on this new stage with the confidence and the trust that our higher self is the one who knows where we are going and will guide us there, regardless of whether we here in the mundane world can know it or see it yet. Our higher self does know better. So whatever feeling we might be experiencing right now with these two reverse major arcana, that maybe things aren't going well, that projects aren't coming to fruition, that the harvest seems far off, that we want to manifest. We are doing our exercises, trying our rituals and affirmations, and nothing is getting done. Let's not get discouraged by that, and let's transmute it, understanding that this is a slow start that is being held back by inner doubt. Also, let's remember the synchronicity here with the magician that appeared in reverse at first, and then when I did the energy work, the magician appeared upright, meaning that we are releasing right now that inner doubt and stepping into the great manifester, that we have all the tools available, meaning our emotional, mental, and energy body stepping into coherence to manifest what we want and what we need. This is leading us to this Nine of Pentacles upright, telling us that this great achievement is associated with a very deep desire that we have to be independent in our ability to manifest our stability, our fulfillment, and our resources, our professional path, our projects, and so on. This is a portal, and this portal is showing us precisely that this possibility is there, and it is just a matter of crossing through that portal and crossing it from a place of confidence in our own capacity. This means that one cannot deceive one's own energy, because expansion doesn't happen by force. Expansion occurs because something within us, something in our energy, gets released, relaxes, and trusts. Trust in our own deep energy, in our higher self, and the fact that this higher self has the complete picture of our life and is guiding us very subtly toward that place of expansion and independence, even if we don't see it yet. And from that trust, we adopt a different filter for seeing the world, meaning that if something hasn't happened yet, it is because it's not yet the time, not because it won't happen. So, since it's not the right time yet, all we have to do is relax and trust that what's going to happen will happen at the best time for us and will bring us this portal of abundance. And this don't depend on anyone else. This will depend solely and exclusively on our path, our decisions, our energy, and our motivation. And the beautiful thing about the overall energy that we have along with these themes is that the door with this Princess of Pentacles is indeed there, and the personal power and strength is present with this Chariot. The Princess of Pentacles is telling us that there's a new beginning that is just starting, that we can't expect to reap something when we are just starting. And since we are talking about Pentacles, it is a new stage in the area of our profession, our career, our projects, anything that we do to manifest resources, fulfillment, stability, and security. And since this is just a beginning, we need to know that we are the apprentices in this process that is starting. And behind it, we got the Chariot. The Chariot is very important here because it represents the inner mastery through self-discipline and through self-conviction. It is a very beautiful symbol because these two horses you see here represent the challenges, the situations, the experiences, the ups and downs of life. And since it came out upright, it means that we are capable enough of navigating those challenges with self-discipline and self-mastery. And this great achievement is foretold on the long run, and maybe it is our impatience in expecting this great achievement to arrive now that makes us believe it is further away than it actually is. This leads us to the final advice. We got the Oracle of Fulfillment, which is the ripe fruit. And this is great because it is telling us that in the end, that great achievement will come. That fruit will ripen, and that thing we want to manifest will manifest. This great achievement is within our reach, no matter what's happening in our life right now. We must focus our attention on what is splendid, what brings us pleasure, what brings us light, what brings us joy in every moment. We need to activate our capacity to love completely. We need to appreciate our friendships, the people who come into our life, our family, our experiences, the places that brings us light, joy, and enjoyment. Likewise, we need to let go of those people or experiences that take away our power, that drain our energy, and that try to drag us down to a low vibration. We no longer need to put the needs of others above our own. And this oracle has also a message that if you have any issues, for example, health problems or shortages, this right pitch is also foretelling a health improvement and abundance. So, experience and embrace life in all its changes and stages. And if you are in the process of conceiving a new project, a new idea, a new business, a new creative endeavor, or a new relationship, this oracle is a great omen for that great achievement to manifest. So you can see here how the entire reading comes together, and that the blockage that we are transmuting right now with the frequency of this reading is the lack of self-confidence. Confidence in our abilities and the power to once and for all close the energy leakage by saying no and letting go of situations, people, and experiences that we feel no longer gives us or reciprocate what we give. It is simply about letting go and closing those chapters. And when we make that decision from a place of personal power, a wonderful path opens up, because I see it here with all these cards. And remember that I told you from the beginning that this reading has its own frequency, transmitted by my voice, by my energy and intention. This frequency will bring about the transmutation of those blockages, will bring about those new beginnings, and will open the portal to abundance. And this reading remains active, so you can repeat it at any time. And if you come across it in the future, it is because you need that energy that is present in today's reading. Therefore, it's not a reading that loses its relevance over time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I appreciate your likes, your comments, your emojis, sharing my content, subscribing to my social media and my YouTube channel, laflakcg. And if you're interested in a personalized process with the tarot oracles and frequencies I have, my email is available for you to contact me there to book your reading and clearing. My fees are posted on Facebook and Instagram in pinned post. And if you're interested in donating, my PayPal is laflakcg. You can find the link in the description below. And I'll see you in the next week for the reading and clearing focused on love and relationships. And in 2 weeks from now, the reading and clearing focused on manifestation and abundance. Thank you. Bye bye.